Good morning, YouTube. Robert Firestone, Flyover State, West Virginia. 8:25 a.m. The year of our Lord is January 20th, 2021. Supposedly D-Day. We don't know. We don't know what Trump's time schedule is. I know that for me and a whole lot of other people out there, I think, feel like we've been let down. But the day ain't over. It just started. Okay. For if it does go sideways and we end up in a civil war, y'all. I just can't see how anybody could blame anybody with all this bullshit and smoke being pushed up our ass. Don't want to really see that, but it may happen. So I'm just letting everybody know that's watching me to be careful, have an understanding where you go, what's going on. I've yet to see Trump. This is just another day. I've yet to see Trump. If he made a promise, he kept a promise. So if he said he's going to drain the swamp, I'm figuring he's going to do it, but it's going to be on his time schedule, and we'll have to see as we go. And everything that I was trying to get out everybody last night with Santa Serpent and that other Constitution, I believe 100% it's real, because what backed it up for me was Trump's wife when she tweeted about it July 4th. I don't know if anybody's paid attention to what I was talking about, but the second part of that Santa video, she even shows the tweet. So, being this is the time constraint, and the swamp is way more deeper, thicker, wider than Trump ever imagined. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's what's going on, and loyalty for Trump, it's a strange bag, because half of them you don't know who to really trust, and I've kind of been in that situation myself sometimes. So the day's the 20th. This is the D-Day. This is when everything's supposed to go sideways, or is it? We don't know. If somehow or another this is supposed to carry on up into March and April, what the hell is going to hold this United States together? I mean, for me, this place is going to go batshit fucking crazy. There's going to be a whole lot of people in the streets laying dead. This is just an assumption, the theories behind my assumptions, and everybody's opinions. And all of us got buttholes, so you know how that works. But at the same time, the bigger picture is, for whatever reason, he's got to do the way he's doing it. I'm kind of with most people. I find it totally strange and unbelievable when you got this much proof now. We got whole fucking country standing up against Biden and the switching of the fucking votes. But some way, somehow, uh, there's nobody getting nailed for this. Now, or if we go by the theory that I think's going on, I don't know the dates and times, but what got me was earlier yesterday I was watching Charlie Ward and this other individual interviewing some mousy looking guy from England, bald and head, skinny as all get out, sitting in his living room, I guess. And somehow or another, this topic come up, And Charlie Ward was letting him know that these papers on the Vatican, the papers on London, and the papers on D.C. had already been filed back in 2016 or 2018 in June to make these three corporations defunct. Okay, then he went into explaining to him or asking, well, why is DC's papers in London? He said, because that's where the plan started. That was the original paperwork where it come from. The act of the 1780s or whatever it was. I've done seen and heard so many dates in the last week that I could barely remember my own birth date right now. Okay, well anyway, he kind of backed up the theory. Then Santa Surfing had put that other thing, and I done watched Charlie before I seen the Santa Surfing, and I'm like, what the hell, man? And then she backed it up last night with her second part of that new Constitution, showing how it worked and what it was about. And if so, I don't know what date, or anything that this would take place, but I believe it will have to be Biden swore in first before it legitimately, the paperwork, I don't know how they're going to do it. Because of all these things are closed up corporations, okay? And you're swearing somebody in on a dried up piece of paper that carries no more weight. Oh, excuse me. Forgive me, y'all. Coffee. I love it. Sometimes it don't like me. But anyway, this is a bad company. It don't exist no more, known as DC, and I'm just using that. The other two is significant but insignificant right now in this conversation. Being this company is done dried up and should not have no more power now, period. How are they going to spring this on these idiots? How are they going to spring this on the general public? For this was never a democracy, but we was fooled into believing so. Even that word is repugnant to the actual Constitution because it was never written in there nowhere. That's like the poor people that buy into, and I'm saying this because I can't prove it, but it's just like the poor people that buy into the fly-away doctrine. You know, there's scripture in our Bible that warns man not to do that, to teach his children to fly away. Okay? All of a sudden they're just going to be blown out of here. Okay? Nowhere in there it talks about a rapture. Them words, rapture. Nowhere. But these preachers keep talking about it. So now we got this new word, democratically or democracy. It's nowhere in our Constitution. Like I said, I'm hoping and still praying that this need not get no bigger than it needs because I can feel the tension out of people. And we are still yet the last line of defense in this country. And they've done snatched down, tore up, and took every legitimate right away from us, okay, even though they really can't, okay, because it's on a damn piece of paper, um, our Constitution. Then they implement a fake one, and we've been following, okay? So, that being the fake one, none of this actually complies to us anyway. So, if we stand upon the original document, there shouldn't be no hassles when we got to go to the Second Amendment and pick up our motherfucking pistols and rifles and shotguns and start marching on these idiots. I don't know, Mr. Trump or whoever, I know this much. NSA, for whatever the hell is going on right now, this is the day. This is the D-Day for most of us. That we understand, we correlate around because it's been told to us and programmed to us that this is it. Okay? Well, if y'all got any kind of understanding whatsoever, our forefathers were smart men. They was farmers that built this damn country. At the same time, they didn't have no hassle of somebody come up on their ass and trying to run their bullshit over them. They'd either use this or a fucking gun. There wasn't a middle fucking ground unless they was hashing things out on a piece of paper. Okay? But the thing of it is, this is real life and you're fucking with human emotions. And they are so fucking this way or that way or that way that y'all better understand. Don't give a fuck how big you think you are, government. Remember, we outnumber y'all at least 1,000 to every one. Even though y'all carrying guns, we have them too. The problem that y'all having is, or will have, is I know in my own history, I've done been told by 2 Vietnam vets, one was my father, and also was told by a cousin that when the shit breaks down in the United States, that there will be weapons that matches our own military. And there are also these 90% of these National Guard, okay, the ones that's actually full time in the military, has made keys to gates and everything else. Don't tell me they haven't, because a Humvee just got stolen out of California off a military base, okay? Military base, and they don't know where the fuck it went, who took it. That tells me it was an inside job. Somebody's getting prepared. So y'all might either want to pick your nutsack off the floor and quit dragging it around and tie it around your fucking leg and start pumping out the truth to the American people. Or if this goes fucking apeshit baloney on y'all, do you think anybody that gets back in that seat of power is going to be able to calm down the bullshit and the rhetoric that y'all have allowed to take place? And for Mr. Trump, if you get to see this, have an understanding. I know that these people that surround you and helping you orchestrate this plan, or if this is a plan, they're not as smart, okay, as they allow themselves to think. Okay, we've been told by Lynn Wood, Mr. Pillow, Flynn, Powell, that you will be pulling another 4 years. Mr. Trump, if you allow this to go Dawn of the Dead, You might get in, but you might not have the fucking respect from people that you have right now. Because you got to think, people might see you as somebody allowing something to happen that you had full control to stop. Sorry, but us being human beings, and I've known the whole time, and I've been trying to tell my old lady, and I've told a whole bunch of other people, at any minute, all these great plans and provisions of this, that, and the other, any one of these fucking foolish humans that's involved with all this shit can throw a wrench in anything that y'all are preparing to do just at the last second. So, for me, that's things that I pondered on, and all I can do is ask for people that's watching this video to use reason, logic, and common sense. These three things are a strong plus for us because the other side has none of the three. But, like I said, for us to know now the truth about our Constitution, for the ones that's actually paying fucking attention, that it has been stolen from us over 150 years ago. We didn't sign it. We didn't know nothing about it. You could have took the most stupidest person on this earth, or in the United States, sit down and explain to them with horse sense, which is common sense, and explain to these people what that Constitution meant versus ours. And I can about damn guarantee you a $5 bet they never would have said yes to any of their bullshit. That's why they snuck it in on us, to make us believe one thing. Remember these things I keep trying to tell everybody about, the magic spells and how these people operate? This was an illusion for 150 years. That's how long that fake document was presented to us and our forefathers. And, well, I can't call them people forefathers, but it was close to that. Let's just say many generations of our people that went back under that bullshit doctrine of the so-called Democrat or democracy. It's a false, it's a scam, it leads to shit our forefathers knew. Definition, even, why do y'all think that they've been running around for the last 6-8 years trying to get rid of original transcripts of Merriam-Webster dictionaries? Because it tells you the truth on what true definitions of words are. And then the ones they didn't get rid of, they hid in these Ivy League fucking colleges. I went and compared some of the new dictionaries to some of the older dictionaries, and there's a whole lot of differences. They've been slowly polluting our minds, our bodies, everything. I'm sorry, like I said, doctors thought I was crazy when they come in and told me I was going to have open heart surgery. And I had a big grin on my face and said, well, we're going to do it. Let's do it. Because I done made peace with my maker a long time ago. Okay? And for if I'm wrong, I've got no way out. So I figure I've got more than a 50-50 chance that I'm right. Okay? Better than the lottery. So I don't really, and I don't care for who believes or don't believe this, that, and the other. I'm already dying slowly. For if something shows up on my fucking porch that's bearing a weapon and trying to bark fucking orders at me, yeah, they will have to kill me, which will be an easy thing for them because I can't run. I can't really put these up no more unless I get real close. Then if I do, I got to make everything that I do such a violent fucking strike that either I take their eyeballs out of their fucking head, rip their fucking ear off, or hit them in the fucking throat to keep them from breathing. So at least it'd be a fair fight with me because I can't breathe. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off here. Like I said, it's the day. Okay, I've heard rumors. You know how that goes. Rumors are like assholes and opinions. Everybody's got one.